All right, today we are diving into a really fascinating case study. It's about a business model that's basically taking a scorched earth approach to the way tech usually works. We're talking about a blueprint for how small businesses, plumbers, mechanics, the works, are fighting back against those crazy expensive software subscriptions by owning their own AI. Let's get into how they're pulling this off.
This is from a company called Wolf Intelligence, and man, it just gets right to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up that feeling of anxiety a lot of business owners have. You become completely dependent on these tools that are essentially holding your most valuable asset, your data, hostage. It feels like you're trapped, and that's a problem that is just begging to be disrupted.
We've all been sold the software as a service, or SaaS, promise. You pay a monthly fee and you get efficiency, growth, simplicity. Sounds great, right? But the reality for so many businesses is what some are now calling the SaaS tax. It's a world of monthly fees that just keep climbing, these per-user charges that literally penalize you for growing your team, and that constant nagging fear that if you ever stop paying, your business's entire history, poof, it just vanishes.
But what if there was another way, a different path? Well, this brings us to the challenger in our story, Wolf Intelligence. They're a company out of the Pacific Northwest, and they're built on a philosophy that is designed to completely flip that old rental model on its head. They aren't just selling another tool, they're offering a whole new way to think about your business.
So the whole core of their strategy is this concept they call sovereign AI, and it really is a fundamental shift. Instead of just being a subscriber in some massive shared system, you become the owner of a private AI, one that's built just for your business, running on your own little piece of the internet. It's all about digital ownership, not digital rental.
And this is their mission. It's so powerful because it takes this abstract idea of data ownership and makes it personal, super personal. This isn't about algorithms or cloud storage anymore. It's about having a private, digital brain that works only for your shop and answers only to you. It's all about taking back control.
Okay, so let's boil it down. The absolute crucial difference is this simple distinction right here. In the SaaS world, you're basically a renter in a giant apartment building. Sure, it's convenient, but you'll never own it. With this sovereign model, you are the owner of a private house. You own the land, the foundation, and everything inside. It becomes a digital property, an actual asset that can build value over time, not just another monthly bill. So you're probably asking, okay, this all sounds great, but how does it actually work? What's the tech that even makes this possible? Well, let's take a look under the hood and see how they actually build these private brains. Now, what's really clever here is how they've made the tech totally approachable. They call the private server, which is basically just a small, powerful computer in the cloud, the vault. CloudClaw is its permanent memory. NN is this incredible automation tool that acts as the engine, kind of like the transmission, connecting all the parts. And then you have Google's Gemini 3 as the reasoning brain. Each piece has a clear, simple job, which makes the whole thing a lot less intimidating for everyone.
And this is what that stack can actually do. The AI has a persistent memory, so it literally gets smarter with every single job. It can take a mechanic's mumbled voice note from under a car and turn it into a professional, customer-ready quote. It can act as your reputation guard, responding to online reviews in your own voice 24/7. And it can even act as a private dispatcher, managing your crew's schedule with an almost human-like intuition. It's wild.
Okay, to really see how all this stuff clicks together, let's walk through a real-world example. Picture this. A mechanic is under a truck, covered in grease. They record a quick voice note, which they playfully call the howl. In that instant, the AI, the instinct, parses the note, cross-references that customer's entire service history, finds the right parts from a catalog, and delivers a perfect, professional PDF quote. All in a matter of seconds. No more greasy tablets, no tedious paperwork, no wasted time. For a busy shop, that is an absolute game changer. All right, let's talk about the money, because this is where that whole anti-SaaS idea really comes to life. This isn't just a technological revolution, it's a financial one too.
So the old way, you know how it is. It's a constant drain, recurring fees for every single person on your team. It can feel like it's bleeding your business dry. The Wolf way just flips that completely. You pay a one-time build fee to create your digital asset. And after that, there's just a small monthly cost that covers the raw infrastructure, the server itself. It's an investment, not a subscription.
And here are the numbers. They tell a really powerful story.
That one-time build fee, they call it a digital property fee because that's exactly what it is. It's an investment in an asset that you own outright. Then, that monthly fee just covers the basics: hosting, security, maintenance. But notice what's missing? Per-user fees. You are not punished for growing your team.
This quote just sums up the whole value proposition perfectly. The AI isn't some static piece of software. Because it has that persistent memory, it learns your business, your customers, your crew's little habits. It's an asset that actually appreciates in value the more you use it, becoming this indispensable digital foreman for your team. So, why does any of this matter if you're not running an auto shop or an HVAC company? Well, because this model represents a potential new path forward for all small and medium-sized businesses. It's a way to finally level the playing field in a world that's getting more digital by the day.
This is the big picture right here. It's a fundamental shift from just being a subscriber to becoming an owner of your core business infrastructure. It's about taking that control back from big tech companies and building digital assets that create real, long-term, defensible value for your business. It's like building a digital moat around what you've created. And that's what I want to leave you with, this final, really provocative question. This model proves that owning a sophisticated private AI is no longer something reserved for tech giants. If the trades, businesses that run on pure grit and tangible skills, if they can do this, what's stopping any industry from declaring its own digital sovereignty? The tools are out there. The model is proven. The only real question left is, who's going to be next?